Welcome back. It's been a while, friends, but I'm here again to talk about vintage guitar picks. And today we're going to take a look at some really sweet-looking vintage Japanese heart guitar picks. Now, these picks go back to the 1950s, mid to late 1950s, and there's several variations. We have 4 shape variations, and in 2 styles, with and without holes, in numerous permeations of how they're actually colored. As you could see, these ones at the top, these small ones in this group here, we're going to call the Hoover Hearts. And we call them the Hoover Hearts because they actually came from Will Hoover, who was the author of the first book on guitar picks called Picks, published in 1995. Now, if you're new at pick collecting, I suggest you get a copy of Will's book, Picks. Hard to come by, but they're still hackable. You could find them on Amazon or eBay occasionally. But they're a very good start into the world of pick collecting, and he even features a few hearts in that book. But these are the Hoover Hearts because they all came from Will. And let's talk about the variations here. I've tried to arrange them so we're just looking at various colors of mother of pearl. Single color mother of pearl, we have a lighter green, a darker one, then a different style there, and even another style of green right here. A purple, a blue, and a couple of different pinks. Over here it's striated, as you could see with that one, and then 2 solid colored picks right there. At the bottom we could see these vertical separations in them, one with mother of pearl and lines at the end, as you could see here. And then we have solid colors mixed with mother of pearl. Then we have mother of pearl, striations, and solid colors. A lot of variations within that. And finally, down here at the bottom, we have 2 different types of mother of pearl just blended together. And moving over here to the right are 2 shape variations. This is a metal pick, and it's different in shape than these ones here. And this is similar to one of the heart picks Will shows in his book, this taller, elongated pick. And moving down to here, we finally have these picks with the holes in it made of celluloid, and in pattern picks and in mother of pearl, a number of different mosaics as well. Now, what's interesting about this is none of these have the Japan stamp that we come to customarily call vintage Japan guitar picks, because the Japanese had to put that stamp on after World War II up until the late 70s or 1980s. And here's an example of a pick that's a heart that does have the Japan stamp on it. You may not be able to see it, but it's on there. And this pick was intended for export, so that's why they actually had to put the heart or the Japan stamp on here. None of these picks have the Japan stamp, but none of them were intended for export either. Therefore, they didn't need to have a Japan stamp on them at all. And for the longest time, that confounded me as to why these vintage picks did not have that Japan stamp. But that's the only logical conclusion I could come to, that these were actually taken out of Japan by visitors and not sent overseas as a commercial package intended for resale. Something else that was a little concerning to me about these picks down here at the bottom, about 5 of these I received with a group of 1940s American picks. All of them were American picks. So I was surprised to see what I consider Japanese hearts in them. And the thought occurred to me that maybe there was U.S. production of such a heart like this, even though we don't find it in a catalog. And as they did with all the other models, the Japanese found that at a trade show and went on to copy it, as they did with many of the picks from the DeAndre catalog from the 1950s and 60s. So that's an open question. It's a possibility, but still for now, I consider them all Japanese hearts, and pretty they are. I'm going to hold a few up here to the light, just so you could get a closer view of some of these variations and just how sweet they look against the lighter color of my hand, as opposed to the black background. There you go. Very sweet colorations here. And bring up a few of these celluloid hearts with the hole in them as well. So take a look at that. Very nice picks, and if you could get a hold of these, you'll certainly want to put them in your collection. Now, as many of you know, I do sell vintage picks on eBay, and I have a group of hearts too. But I could assure you there are some minor shape variations, and I would never, ever advertise something as vintage that is not. So if you were to go to eBay and look me up as Playmore Picks, and you'd see all my vintage auctions there. You'll even see my hearts. I have no vintage hearts to offer. That's how rare they actually are. But I do have some other pretty hearts in different sizes, other sizes, and other styles that you don't see here. So feel free to get a hold of me. My email's findpicks7@yahoo.com, and you'll see it there in the description as well. Or you could leave a comment here. And I'll even leave my phone number this time if you ever felt like you wanted to get in touch with me. So Joe Macy, Playmore Picks. I hope you enjoyed the video and hope to talk to you soon about another one. Take care for now. Bye-bye.